a disaster happened. I put C-U-N-T. It was like, oh, Jamie. And I was like, oh, I know. They had no idea what they were getting into. What's going on, JB family? If you are new here, my name is Jamie. And I'm going to do a little different type of video today. This is going to be a story time video. And I hope you guys find it as funny as I did. And if you don't, well, I'm sorry. But, well, and everybody else that I work with. Anyway, so before we even get into the story time, I'm gonna need you all to smash that subscribe button right now because you guys are not gonna want to miss the content coming up. And this video right here will prove how just dumb, I guess you could say, that I really am. I don't know. Whatever. We're just gonna get right into it. But please, 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 please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Like up this video and hit that bell button to turn on the notifications whenever we post, or me. Sometimes I have people on here. But today, I am about to expose myself. So, as I know that a lot of you don't know, I have a part-time job working at Culver's, okay? I did it. I was like, okay, so like, you know, I need to get this part-time job just to, you know, make up for the days that like YouTube's slow or my business is slow type of thing, you know, just kind of like for like a back burner type thing, okay? Because, you know, winters are kind of slow at times because everybody's tight for money with Christmas and all that stuff, whatever. So I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna get a job. I personally love Culver's and I loved eating there, and I have friends that work there, and so I was like, you know what, they were like, you know, Jamie, like, we're hiring, whatever. Okay, so I started there in January, so not even quite, what, 3 full months, because I started the 2nd of January. If this tells you how dumb I can really be at times. So, the other day, the other day it was busy. It was like, it was spring break, whatever, so it was like busy, you know. It had already been a long, very long, emphasize long day, okay? And these people walk in, bless their souls, they had no idea what they were getting into. So I happened to be working the front register that day, whatever. So Culver's has this new thing where you have to like take names, all that. If you don't know, you're about to know. I cannot spell worth a shit, okay? And I don't know, like, I don't know why. Like, I really don't. Like, that is like the biggest downfall I have, is like I cannot spell. And I don't know why. Like, I'm not like stupid, but like I'm stupid in that way, I guess you could say. I get it from my dad, so, you know, he's the same way. His whole family's that way. They can't spell worth a shit. And obviously, I got that gene. I can't spell worth a shit. So anyway, people come in, and they order, and the lady's like, can you make sure that they cut the sandwich in half? Yeah, okay, whatever, no big deal. So, little did I know or realize, I guess. So, the way the computer is set up is you have like the list of sandwiches on one, and then you have like a thing that says like sides and then like special instructions or something like that. Little did I know why I didn't know this, but I don't think I was ever shown this, or at least if I was, I really don't remember it. But there's a button when you go into the special instructions that's, you know, is a cut in half button. This whole time, I've always been like just putting in whatever it is and then like hit the little note button and then just type in like cut in two, because a lot of people do that. And so I'm like, okay, like maybe there's not a button, whatever. What, you know, irrelevant at this point. The button doesn't even matter. Okay, so I'm standing there and I put this in. And in my defense, when I was typing this in, the computer like froze and like glitched because it like does that a lot and it's annoying. So I tried to backspace and I guess I didn't backspace enough and I accidentally hit an in button, and then when I hit space, like a disaster happened, okay? And I did not check my spelling, obviously, or because I've done it like literally thousands and thousands and thousands of times. Type this in, okay? Didn't even check the spelling, thought, okay, you know, like whatever. Like how hard is it? Cut in two. Like 5 letters in one number. Like how hard can this be, right? When I tell you guys that no sooner did that ticket get rang in, all I hear is laughter. And I'm like, what? Like what? Because they're always making fun of me for the spelling of the names. And I'm like, great. I was like, I know I did not spell this lady's name wrong because she spelled it for me. I was like, so I don't know what you guys are laughing about. They hand the ticket out the little window thing, and they're like, Jimmy, just look at the ticket. Look at the ticket and tell us what's wrong. I was like, I know I did not spell the name wrong. Like, she spelled it for me. Her name was not spelled wrong. Whatever. Well, they're like, no, like, just keep reading. I'm like, okay. I put C-U-N-T into. When I tell you that I have never in my entire life been so embarrassed and like this tall, I literally mean that, okay? They all thought it was so funny that like one of the cooks, he literally kept the receipt and he was like, I have to keep this, like this is so funny. And I'm like, please don't, please, like really just don't, okay? And I was like, you know, you guys didn't even have to, like, you could have just pulled me aside and I'll be like, hey, you're an idiot, whatever. No, within seconds, the word spread like wildfire and everybody knew, okay? Everybody. They thought it was so funny, they were showing everybody, and I'm like, guys, come on. Like, when I tell you, I seriously, I felt this tall that day. I mean, it's funny, but I'm a fucking idiot. Like, I am. I will admit that right now. I am an idiot. And what's worse about it was they were like, oh, like, should we send this ticket out? And the manager or the shift lead, whatever you want to call her, that was there, she was like, no, like, we probably shouldn't. And I was like, it really doesn't even matter at this point because she had me print off a receipt for her, so it's on the like itemized receipt because a ticket goes out with the tray. She was like, oh, Jamie, and I was like, oh, I know. And so still, they're all just dying laughing, especially now because this woman has it. And I'm like, what do I do? Like, in my head, all I could think about was, great, like, this woman's gonna get so mad, she's gonna come up here and she's just gonna like scream at me in front of everybody after I already did this and I already am a dumbass and I know I'm a dumbass, and she's gonna make me feel even this much shorter than what I already feel, and it's gonna get bad and I'm just gonna get fired. And I literally just kept thinking in my head, I was like, I should just leave now. I should just like walk out the door right now, just like put my, like, swallow my pride and just walk out the door right now because I don't want to be here whenever this woman comes up here just mad. And so they all just thought it was so funny and blah blah blah. Well, the woman comes up and I'm like, here we go. I should have left. In my head I was like, the thoughts that were in my head was, I should have just freaking left. I literally should have walked out that door as soon as they started making fun of me and just like never showed my face again, okay? And in case you guys don't know, I printed off a ticket so like y'all can see it. I don't know if you can really see it, but literally right here. Okay? So So, anyway, she comes back up there because she wanted custard, and I'm like, okay, like, maybe we're good, maybe we're solid, like, maybe she didn't read it, right? As she's ordering her custard, she literally, she kind of like, not a complete whisper, but a very low-toned voice was like, hey, I know that, like, you know, we were distracting you and we were laughing and stuff, because, like, she was, like, she was like, but I don't know if it's, like, a system flaw, or if you, like, typed it in and, like, just misspelled it, but you may want to, like, check the spelling on this or tell somebody about it. And I was like, yep. I was like, so are you mad at me? And she was like, no. She was like, I think it's funny. And mind you, this is like a woman that's probably in her 50s. She was like, no, I think it's funny. She was like, but the next person I think is funny. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I don't really think it's funny. I feel stupid, whatever. So I got her custard, and she thought it was just so funny. And then everybody, at that point, everybody started dying laughing again. Oh my God, like, you got confronted about it, like, okay, guys. Okay. So that's what we're doing.